During a fiery Instagram live session, Anthony Joshua spoke with the calm authority of someone who already knows the final result. His composure alone made Jake Paul appear outmatched. Joshua carried himself like a man preparing to dominate from the very first exchange, physically, mentally, and strategically. Joshua's comments landed with the weight of a sledgehammer. There was no hesitation, no sense of uncertainty, only the message that this fight would be decisive. Every bit of his experience and power was on display, sending a clear warning that the outcome seems all but predetermined. Jake Paul loves to talk, but Joshua functions on an entirely different level. Paul's sneaky shots and body punches are minor moves in a chess game he doesn't fully understand. Joshua's control, accuracy, and natural strength make it unlikely that Paul's tricks will matter. Promoter Eddie Hearn cuts through the hype, calling the matchup almost one-sided. Paul's bravado meets the cold truth of Joshua's pedigree. To Hearn, this isn't just a test, it's a storm waiting to break. Frank Warren analyzes the situation like a veteran of the sport. With Joshua's achievements, natural size, and championship experience, he stands miles above Jake Paul. This isn't merely a heavyweight fight. It's a lesson in how refined skill and years of ring time overshadow raw ambition. Dave Allen highlights the most obvious gap: size. Jake Paul simply cannot match Joshua's natural heavyweight frame. It's not a small difference. It's a fundamental advantage that could dictate the pace, power, and physicality of the entire bout. Duke McKenzie notes a subtle but critical factor. Joshua has reportedly been learning from Alexander Usyk's camp. Any improvement inspired by that level of expertise could make Paul's already difficult challenge virtually impossible. Carl Froch speaks to Joshua's complete confidence. To AJ, this is business, routine work mixed with a chance to send a message. To Jake Paul, it's a high-risk trial against a seasoned, calculated powerhouse. Davison offers a sobering reminder. Boxing isn't entertainment, it's dangerous. Jake Paul carries real power and unpredictability, but stepping in with an established heavyweight like Joshua exposes him to a level of risk he's never encountered. The mix of hype and reality creates an explosive scenario. Spencer Oliver paints a grim scene for Paul. Facing Joshua is like entering a different world. Joshua has dismantled crossover athletes before, exposing massive gaps within a few rounds. Paul's limited background and previous losses highlight how steep the challenge truly is. Here, confidence means little against Joshua's clinical precision. Chisora doesn't sugarcoat anything. In his eyes, Paul can't afford to let this fight drag out. The longer Joshua has to work, the more dangerous it becomes. Chisora compares it to the Francis and Ngannou fight, an example of how quickly Joshua can impose dominance. Survival, not victory, becomes Paul's main concern. Johnny Nelson spells out the reality. Paul is, at best, a mid-level fighter generating attention, not a proven heavyweight contender. Joshua, a two-time world champion with Olympic credentials and years of elite competition, stands on a completely different tier. The size difference alone, Joshua at around 245 pounds, is a massive disadvantage for Paul, who lacks both the amateur background and elite experience needed for this level. Tony Jeffries offers the balanced perspective. Yes, upsets happen. Paul carries legitimate power, especially with 10-ounce gloves. But Joshua's blend of size, speed, experience, and tactical awareness puts the odds overwhelmingly in his favor. Paul's knockout claims grab headlines, but reality leans heavily toward Joshua asserting dominance. David Benavidez gets straight to the point. Joshua is a powerhouse built through years of disciplined training and real competition. Referencing the Ngannou fight, he emphasizes how Joshua dismantles inexperienced fighters with ruthless efficiency. Paul lacks the technical depth and conditioning found in top professionals, making this matchup extremely risky. Duke McKenzie reiterates the size and skill imbalance. Joshua, a fully trained heavyweight weighing more than 18 stone, brings power and seasoned experience that Paul simply cannot match. Paul has never faced multiple elite heavyweights, making this a potentially dangerous situation both competitively and physically. As the breakdown wraps up, one message stands firm. Joshua's experience, power, and technical mastery create a nearly unbridgeable gap. Every expert, from Nelson to McKenzie, has highlighted the differences in weight, knowledge, and high-level ringcraft. Paul may bring courage and hype, but Joshua brings proven excellence. This isn't just a fight. It's a demonstration of what true elite boxing looks like. The real question isn't if Joshua wins. It's how quickly and how decisively he'll do it.